Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament Season 2. I'm your host DeltaTDS, and for today's match, we've got the Blueberry Academy Director Cyrano going up against the Pokemon Trainer Tierno for match number 8. We are nearly at the double digits for this tournament. And on this field, we can see two of the Legends ZA Mega evolutions. Tierno's got the Mega Hawlucha, and Cyrano has the Mega Electros. We can also see that Tierno has the Raichu as his ace. Meanwhile, Cyrano has that Electros as his ace. And once these trainers are ready, we can begin game number 1 and see who's going to take the lead. Cyrano starting off with the Electros and Zebstrika. Tierno starting off with the Talonflame and Hitmontop. Electros setting up the electric terrain with that Hadron engine, and Hitmontop intimidating both of Cyrano's Pokemon. It's going to be devastating for Zebstrika. I'm not 100% sure about Electros. Assuming Hadron Engine, I don't think it's gonna matter much. Zebstrika going for the Protect. Hitmontop's gonna fake out the Electros as Talonflame sets up the Tail. Already taking control of the speed with that Talonflame. Talonflame going for the Feather Dance, reducing that attack stat on Zebstrika by 2 more stages. Thunderbolt from the Electros is going to take out that Talonflame. Zebstrika with the Supercell Slam is going to do 31.5% to Hitmontop, and Hitmontop does 30% to Electros with that Ice Spinner. Tierno's going to send out the Crawdaunt now as that electric terrain ends. Electros isn't as boosted as it was just last turn, but it's still got a pretty high special attack stat. Definitely not meant to be slept on. Switching out the Zebstrika for Whimsicott, switching out to the Hitmontop for Raichu. Electros is going to protect against that Crabhammer. No damage being done this turn. Tierno's down 1 Pokemon, meanwhile Cyrano has all 6. Switching out to the Gothitelle as Raichu fakes out that Whimsicott. Covert Cloak's going to protect it from that flinch. Crabhammer's going to take out the Gothitelle, and Whimsicott sets up that Tailwind. Cyrano's going to send back out the Zebstrika, no longer with reduced attack, unless Tierno sends out the Hitmontop again. High horsepower brings Raichu down to the Sash. Zebstrika with the Life Orb. Dazzling Gleam's going to finish off that Raichu and do nearly 60% to Crawdaunt as Crabhammer takes out that Zebstrika. I'm not a gambling man, but I'd say Crawdaunt has the choice band. Electros and Hawlucha are both coming out here. Both Megas setting up the electric terrain. I believe Hawlucha has the stamina ability. I could be wrong about that. Hawlucha going for Detect, blocking that Thunderbolt. Dazzling Gleam's gonna take out that Crawdaunt and leave Tierno with 3 Pokemon, sending out the Hitmontop, intimidating both of Cyrano's Pokemon, which I don't think will do much for either of these two. Whimsicott going for the Protect, Electros going for the Protect, blocking the Fake Out, and that Brave Bird. As the Tailwind peters out, Hitmontop looks like he's having a good time. Whimsicott setting up the Tailwind. Thunderbolt's going to take out that Hawlucha. Close Combat takes out the Electros. Both Megas are down. Tierno's down to 2 Pokemon while Cyrano's got 1 more in the back. Cyrano's gonna terrestrialize Whimsicott to Ghost type. Dazzling Gleam's gonna do 31% to Hitmontop, 15% to Blastoise. Blastoise goes for the fake out and flinches the Samurott, and close combat does 2/3 to that Samurott, leaving it at 25%. Blastoise is revealed to have those leftovers. Whimsicott encores the Blastoise, Air Slash takes out the Samurott, and Blastoise is stuck into that fake out. Dazzling Gloom does 20%, Air Slash does 29%. Blastoise is at 56% after those leftovers. Dazzling Gleam plus Air Slash brings Blastoise down to 14% just as that encore ends. And Cyrano sends out that Mandibuzz. Encores the Blastoise again, plus the Foul Play. Takes out the Blastoise, and Cyrano takes game number 1. Both played really well in this game. The Hitmontop switching in and out to reuse that Intimidate. 3 of Tierno's Pokemon had Fake Out. We didn't get to see a lot from that Hawlucha, unfortunately. We saw all 4 moves from that Whimsicott as well as the Terra Ghost. We didn't see anything from the Gothitelle, and we saw 3 moves plus the Life Orb from that Zebstrika. And we are back on the field for game number 2, and we can see a few changes. Tierno's got the Roserade now, as well as a regular Hawlucha. He still has the Raichu as the ace, and then Cyrano has the Superior, the Mega Embor, Haxorus, and the Golurk. So once these trainers are ready, we can see if Cyrano's going to take a 2-0 victory or if Tierno's bringing this to a game number 3. Starting off with the Superior and the Samurott. Tierno starting off with the Hitmontop and Hawlucha. Intimidating the Superior and Samurott. Boosting the attack for Superior, lowering it for Samurott. Now if this Hawlucha is base form, no Mega Stone, then that means that Blastoise could be a Mega, or Tierno has a Z Crystal on his team. I don't have the team sheets pulled up. Superior goes for the Protect, blocking that Fake Out. Hawlucha with the Close Combat doing 2/3 to Samurott, restoring those drops thanks to that White Herb, as Samurott goes for Icy Wind, lowering the speed of both of Tierno's Pokemon. Hawlucha and Samurott sitting below half, while Hitmontop is at 90%. Superior going for the Terra Ground, as it glares Hawlucha. Icy Wind's going to take out the Hawlucha, and Close Combat from the Hitmontop is going to take out that Samurott. Both trainers lose their first Pokemon in this same turn for this game. Tierno sends out the Roserade, Cyrano sends out the Gothitelle. This Gothitelle might be able to do something this game instead of getting one shot like last time. Hitmontop not doing good in terms of stat wise. Fake Out is gonna flinch the Roserade. Leaf Storm's gonna do 45% to Hitmontop. Ice Spinner takes out the Superior, and Cyrano sends out the Embor with no Cry. Roserade's gonna Terrasilize into Fairy. Gothitelle goes for Protect. Roserade's going for Life Dew. Flare Blitz is going to take out that Roserade. Close Combat does 55% to Embor, lowering Hitmontop's stats even more. And Tierno's going to send out that Crawdaunt now. It's 4v4 right now. Both trainers are even once again. Tierno's still has his, I assume, Mega in the back. Imbor's gonna protect against that Aqua Jet. Gothel with the foul plays doing a third to Hitmontop. Close combat doing less than 30%. Sucker Punch takes out the Hitmontop. Aqua Jet takes out the Imbor. Foul play doing 19% to Crawdont. Both trainers are down to 3 Pokemon. Cyrano sends out the Haxorus. Tierno sends out the Blastoise. Blastoise is going to Mega Evolve. Gothitelle protects against that Aqua Jet. Outrage takes out the Crawdont. Dark Pulse is going to hit the Protect as well. And Tierno sends out his last Pokemon, Raichu. We saw, I believe, Fake Out on this Raichu last game. I think. Going to switch out to the Golurk. Stopping that Fake Out. Outrage to 70% to Blastoise. Water Spout doing 41% to Golurk, 15% to Haxorus. Haxorus is confused, so it is a gamble to attack with Haxorus. But I think that's all Haxorus can do right now. Raichu going for the Follow Me. Rock Slide brings Blastoise down to 6%. Surf takes out the Golurk and brings Raichu down to 12%. Haxorus is sitting at just above 50%. It's 2v2 right now. Fake Out doesn't take out the Raichu but flinches it. Rock Slide will take both of Tierno's Pokemon out, and Cyrano, down to his last 2 Pokemon, takes game number 2, which means he is our winner for match number 8. Both trainers fought well. Cyrano will be moving on to round 2, where he will be facing off against the Pokemon trainer Paxton, the protagonist from Pokemon Legends EA. I hope he's got a plan for Mega Zygarde. But join us tomorrow, where we will be seeing the Pokemon trainer Hilbert going up against the Galaxy team's Kamado, however you say that. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, take care.